Immigration on the agenda. Secretary of State Blinken and DHS Secretary Mayorkas heading to Mexico for a high-stakes meeting with Mexico's President Obrador. It was a record Christmas, by the way, at the border, with more than 35,000 migrants crossing illegally over the four-day holiday weekend and more than 730,000 since October 1st. Our next guest says Biden's policies are to blame. National Border Patrol Council President Judd joining us. Brandon, let's go right to this meeting. Now, it's going to be Blinken, Mayorkas, and the White House's sort of border national security advisor, Liz Sherwood Randall. But if you were there, what would you say to Obrador? What would be your insight?
The first thing that we have to look at is you used a phrase, fool's errand, a little earlier, and that's exactly what this is going to be. We're setting ourselves up for failure because we're expecting another country to fix our problems, and they're never going to do it. It all comes down to incentive. Does the Mexican government have incentive to stop this illegal immigration that's taking place? And they don't, because they're generating billions of dollars for their own economy. So if I were there, I would look at, what is it that they could do to help us, and why would they want to? But my fear right now is that they're going to try to extract concessions from us, whether that's in monetary, whether that's easing sanctions on Venezuela. There's a lot of different things that the Mexican government wants us to do. So they're going to try to extract those concessions for them to be true border security partners. And that just doesn't help us. We've got to look at what the solutions are right here in the United States. We have those solutions. This administration just doesn't want to exercise their authority to stop this.
Brandon, it's interesting. The leader of this caravan you're looking at, Luis Villagran, he said to a reporter that's following it that this meeting, talking about the Blinken, Mayorkas, and Obrador meeting, will, quote, be between fools and fools who want to use women and children as trading pieces. We are not trading pieces. What Mexico wants is money. And that's essentially what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's...
Go ahead.
That's exactly what they want. They do want money. The Mexican government wants to generate profit. They want their economy to succeed. And if you look at the cartels, the cartels are generating billions of dollars for the Mexican economy. So all of this chaos that we see that's hurting our country is helping the Mexican government. And so that's the reason why they're not going to become true border security partners. I have to go back to the Trump administration and look at what is it that they did right. And what they did was they threatened tariffs that were greater than the amount of money that these cartels were able to bring in. And that's why Mexico during the Trump era was willing to actually step to the plate and do what was necessary to stop all of this illegal immigration through their own country. But unless we're willing to give them something, they're not going to do anything, or unless we come from a position of power. And that's what I don't think that Blinken and Mayorkas is going to do. I do not believe that they are going to come with the big stick and tell them, if you don't do something, we're going to start using our power to go back and force you to become true border security partners. There's just no incentive for the Mexican government to do anything.
That's such an important point, Brandon. The big stick is bringing back Remain in Mexico, which migrants don't like, and that's why they stopped coming, and economic consequences on Mexico for not doing anything about it. But if the administration, if Mayorkas and Blinken are not willing to bring that big stick, what's the point of this meeting?
There is no point. But so let me take that back. The point is the optics here in the United States and the mainstream media. The mainstream media is always going to give them a pass as long as they show that they're trying to do something. But in reality, again, let's go back to that phrase. It's a fool's errand. This administration knows that by sending them down there, they're going to get the mainstream media to say, oh, look, they're doing something. They're doing something. When in reality, nothing is going to change unless we force them to become true border security partners, or unless this administration uses the authority that they have right now to secure the border on our side of the border.
National Border Patrol Council President Judd, always great insight from you, Brandon, and we will see what happens in this meeting and talk about it and see if it does anything to knock down this unprecedented surge that we've never seen at our border. Brandon, thank you very much.
Thank you, Griff.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.